Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. If you're new to the Madison area or if you've lived here your whole life, you'll want to stick around for this next segment because I'm joined now by Othelia Cassidy from Madison Eats. Othelia, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You do local food tours.
Yes.
I'm really excited to talk about this because, you know, Madison's got such a vibrant local food scene. So I'm going to just jump right in and say you're going into your 6th year owning and operating Madison Eats food tours.
Yes.
What exactly is a food tour?
A food tour is just a really great way to get to know the culture and history of a city or a community, a neighborhood, by tasting the food. So for example, on a Madison Eats food tour, we'll go through a neighborhood, we'll go to 4 or 5 different places, tasting the food. We also sometimes get a behind the scenes look, maybe at a brewery, or we get to meet the owner and hear their story. So it's kind of like a progressive meal, but a little bit deeper than that and really fun.
You learn the story, and you not only just enjoy the food, but you enjoy the story behind the food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like a closer connection to those people who are making all this great food we enjoy.
And talk a little bit about what regular tours you offer, and do they happen during the winter?
They do happen during the winter. I mean, I figure it's a great excuse to get out of the house when the snow is coming down a little bit. Some of the outdoor like food carts we won't be able to visit during the depth of winter, but all of my tours run year-round. So the typical tours that I operate are downtown around the Capitol Square, also Atwood neighborhood and Willie Street neighborhood, and so I have a few examples of what you might taste on a tour.
Sure, yeah, talk to us a little bit about what you got here.
Yeah, so for example, on the downtown tour, we started from Fromage. We have some delicious cheese here, which also happens to be a local cheesemaker, Roth cheese.
Okay, and what kind of cheese is this? This is Van Gogh Vintage Aged Gouda cheese.
Yep, exactly, and that one is, so we typically at Fromage will try a few different Wisconsin cheeses.
Is this good to eat by itself, or do you put it on a cracker typically? Or?
I have been amazed. I've learned so much about cheese on doing these tours myself.
Yeah.
And I found that the cheeses have such an incredible flavor. It's like wine. They all have a different kind of flavor profile, and they sit on your tongue in a different way. So I like to eat them by themselves.
Here we go. Bottoms up.
We also...
I love Gouda.
Isn't it amazing? They do a great job.
Right. Okay, what do you got here?
Yeah, so these are sliders from Slide Food Cart. They're a partner on my food cart tours and sometimes on the downtown tours if the weather's nice. So we have their buff chick and also their sweet potato slider. And this is a great vegetarian option.
I was going to say, that must be a vegetarian option. I didn't even notice until now. That's literally slices of sweet potato.
Slices of sweet potato, and it's got a nice curry sauce on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so these are 2 of their more popular sliders that we might taste on the tour.
Okay.
We also, on the Atwood neighborhood tour and also the Willie Street neighborhood tour, we stop at Lao Lan Sang. They've been in the Madison area for close to 30 years.
Wow.
And they've been a great partner for us. And these are spring rolls with traditional Lao sausage.
All right.
So one thing I really love about, for example, on the Atwood and Willie Street tour, when we go into Lao Lan Sang and taste their food, we not only get to eat a delicious meal, but we get to learn a little bit about Lao culture.
That's cool.
And the cuisine, where his mother learned to cook. The owner on Atwood Avenue, his mom was the one who taught him how to cook all the food that he makes, and so it's just a great insight into some of the diverse culture that we have here in Madison as well.
You know, food is a lot like music. I mean, if you know a little bit about the background of the composer and the context under which it was created, you can enjoy that music better. Food is the same way, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the samples you brought in all represent local food producers. Is that what typically people enjoy most about your tours?
Yeah, I think that's something that is just so important to me personally, is that we're supporting the things that the foundation that Madison has that makes it great. We're supporting our local economy, we're supporting local food entrepreneurs, we're supporting people from diverse cultural backgrounds. So I focus on working with locally owned restaurants and shops, and they also focus on sourcing from local farmers or food artisans and producers themselves. So it's really a great way to support our own local economy.
Yeah, absolutely. And your tours obviously focus around the food and the story behind it, but does it go beyond that at all? I mean, are you looking into anything more that's beyond the food itself?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of great food on the tours,
Right,
and
yeah,
and
I
it
can see
really
that.
is a great way to enjoy a meal, and drinks as well. We have
Sure.
tours typically have a beer, cocktail, or wine sample on them, so that doesn't hurt either.
Right.
But it's really not only about connecting with our community, so getting to know the community that we live in better, making it making a deeper connection to the people who kind of make it thrive. But also on the tours, you get to spend time with other people who are also interested in the same thing that you are. So it's a great way to connect with other people as well, just guests on the tour, families and friends.
Absolutely. Gather with friends, you know, good food, great company.
Yep.
I want to make sure I get to this.
Yes.
You also offer some seasonal, special seasonal events. The annual Artisan Food and Craft Beverage Holiday Tour is coming up on November the 18th.
Yes.
What is that event like, and how is that different from your regular tours?
Yeah, so that's a special seasonal event that I offer, and I work with other local food producers. So these are all representing other producers that we have in the Madison area, people who maybe don't have a restaurant or a shop, but they're behind the scenes making the products that some of these other people use. So on this tour, we'll visit the food incubators on Madison's east side, so Baldwin Street Enterprise and Main Street Industries, and then so the tour is getting to see the actual production facilities and meeting the people who are making like quince and apple jams or Potter's crackers.
Wow.
And then we end up at Old Sugar Distillery for a party, so that's going to involve cocktails, and sometimes we'll even have kombucha samples.
Okay.
Live music, appetizers, and I've had great sponsorship from Summit Credit Union and Madison College.
Okay.
So it's going to be a really big, really fun event focusing on all the great artisan food producers we have in Madison. There'll be lots of food, and it benefits Just Bakery, which works with former inmates to give them baking skills.
And this is my opportunity to try
Yes.
kombucha for
Which
the first time, folks.
Yeah, never tried before, so kombucha.
Bottoms up. You know, that's not bad.
It's a fermented tea, which is hard to
Yeah.
describe in any other way, but I think it's kind of like tart and light.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's, I want to have another sip. I kind of like that. Really quick, we just have, we're actually out of time, but I want to make sure I get this in. What other special food events do you offer?
Well, you know, it's nice to get out of Madison in the winter. So I also offer a culinary tour to the Yucatan in Mexico, where we do food demos, yoga on the beach, and, you know, just another chance to enjoy food in the warmth.
MadisonEats.net is where you find out more information. Othelia Cassidy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Don't go away, there's more Restaurant Show coming up after the break. Stick around.